Hey guys, Mike here, and in this clip I'm going to show you some of my favorite games for the Apple iPad Air. Let me know what you think about them, and if you know any other good games, tell me about them in the comments down below. For now, let's go ahead and try this out. Alright, this first game is called Storm Raiders, and it's a flight simulation game from the Second World War. Um, and let me go ahead and skip through all these messages, and I'll be able to show you the game. First of all, I have to lift this in the air, and then I have to try to destroy all these Zero fighters or these Japanese fighters. I'm playing on a casual difficulty level because I'm not really that skilled. The game is fun, but it can get quite complicated, quite difficult to master. The next game I'm going to show you, it's called Injustice, and it's a fighting game. It's somewhat close to Mortal Kombat, something like this. You have all sorts of characters. You can purchase all sorts of characters of different levels, different types. You have bronze cards, you have silver cards, and then gold cards, and then progress through a series of battles. You have a deck of 3 characters for each turn. And I believe this game is free, but it's an energy-based game. So you have a couple of energy credits that you're going to consume with each fight, and the game is quite fun. You have a couple of different types of moves. You can block, you can power attack or simple attack. This is a simple attack. Just tap this side of the screen, and it's going to simple attack. And the enemies and you can perform special moves like this one, and these moves deal extra damage. The idea is to try to block your opponent as often as possible, otherwise you're going to get defeated. The first levels are quite nice, but once you progress through the levels and get to higher level battles, it's going to get a little bit more difficult because each battle is going to consume more energy, and you're going to need better characters, and for that you need to burn and churn and gather money, gather credits in order to afford new cards. And actually going to finish, if you're planning to finish this game, it might take a while. Okay, looks like I'm not doing that good in this particular battle, but I might be able to win using all these special powers. You can easily switch between your characters in the deck in most battles, and let's see if I can actually finish him off. Hopefully I will. Okay, so that was victory. Okay, so this was Injustice, fairly nice game, and it integrates with the PS version and I believe the Xbox version of the game as well, in order to gain some extra features. Okay, the next game I'm going to show you is called Death Trigger, and you're basically someone who's trying to survive in a zombie-infested world. It's a shooter, quite simple because you have a lot of auto shooting options, and okay, there's a zombie over there, and the idea is to progress through the missions. There are several different missions. Okay, not really sure what I should do here. You have several types of weapons. Okay, the graphics are nice, and the idea is alright if you're into zombies and all this kind of stuff. You need to find a survivor. You have all sorts of objectives in this game. Okay, what's with this piggy? Okay, got some money. Okay, so looks like this is the survivor. Okay. Doesn't seem that complicated. Looks like there's a story that you have to follow in this game. There are several different types of missions, so definitely check this out. The next game in my list is Plants vs Zombies 2. Probably already familiar with this. You have to plant all these different types of plants and protect your lawnmowers from being reached by all these zombies. Zombies are coming from this side of the screen, and the game gets quite complicated as you progress. There are different levels. You can get all sorts of new plants that do different types of things. For instance, you have this sunflower plants that create sun, which are the credits that you're going to use in order to build all your other plants. You have this plant, let me show you, that shoots with this green balls. You have a couple of other plants that just block. This is a plant that's meant to block all these zombies, and you can see that all the plants right now are costumed, probably a Halloween thing, because by default they don't have these wigs or these hats or this mummy wrapping around them. And like I said, there are several different levels. The game gets a little bit more complicated as you progress, but overall it's a fun title and I'm probably going to like it if you have a couple of spare minutes. Next we have Asphalt 8, which is a racing game. It's, I believe, an arcade game. It's not a simulator, it's not very realistic, but it's quite fun. You have plenty of levels to progress through, plenty of cars to buy and use. You can upgrade the cars, and you have several different types of races that you have to attend. You see that the graphics are nice. I've actually been a big fan of the previous generation Asphalt game. I can't really say that I like this one as much, but it's nice. It's a fun game. You can jump and collect all sorts of power-ups. That wasn't in the previous games. You could jump, but you didn't have all these trampolines and all these roll-ups. Okay, looks like I've lost the first position with all these jumps, so you need to balance those. Okay, so that was Asphalt 8. I believe it's quite affordable, so you should definitely check it out in the store. Next we have GTA Vice City, which is not necessarily a new game, but it's one of the most demanding and one of the most interesting games available for the iPad right now. And you can see that it's running smoothly. Although this game isn't running smoothly on all of the devices I've ever tried. You're probably already familiar with GTA Vice City, and what you need to do, you have all sorts of missions. You can drive through this large universe where you're going to find cars, motorcycles, helicopters, boats, all this kind of stuff. You can just run away from the police. Let me see if I can. I don't want to get busted. Okay. So I'm trying to run over these police guys. And you can collect weapons and all this kind of stuff. So this game is definitely quite nice. Okay, so the next game I'm going to show you here is Infinite Blade 3. I'm not really familiar with this line, but it's some kind of a combat game. You need to advance and fight different enemies. You have all these kind of moves that you need to perform. You can dodge, you can parry, and you then have to attack. You can block as well. Not really the easiest game out there. took me some time to get used to how it works. Okay, so I managed to defeat it. That was just my first fight. Definitely an interesting game if you're into this kind of stuff. You can then upgrade your character and get better weapons, get better armory, and those will help you deal with the other enemies that you might encounter down the road in this game. Okay, so that's about it for now. These were just a couple of games that I like on the Apple iPad Air. You probably like some others, so make sure to tell me about those in the comments down below. And of course, if you're interested in more details about the Apple iPad Air, check out the channel in the next couple of days. I will have a more in-depth coverage of this tablet. Okay, catch you later. Thanks for watching.